All right, hello everybody. Today we are going to be talking about systems of equations. So this is the start of a newer unit, and with systems of equations, which that would be what I'm going to call SOE here. There are three different ways that we can solve a system of equations. So a system of equations is exactly something that looks exactly like this, where we have two equations and two variables. The variables here, remember, are x and y. They don't always need to be x and y, but that's what you're most likely to see. There's three different ways that we can solve this, and we're going to take the next couple of weeks and really learn these three ways. The first way is through elimination. So when I think about elimination, I think about eliminate. So when I think about eliminate, I think about what do I want to get rid of? So we always want to think about something that we're going to get rid of. So when we're doing a systems of equations here, and something looks like this, we're going to think about our first step, which is we're going to eliminate. Well, let me try that again. Still getting used to this. We're going to eliminate one of the variables, which means we're going to get rid of either x or we're going to get rid of y. Now, the thing that I always look for here when I'm thinking about elimination is something that looks like this. I have a plus and I have a minus. So here, I have x's. They both look like they're the same. Plus x, we don't see them. But the y's, however, looks like we have a plus y and a minus y. So if I were to solve this, my first step here is I'm going to get rid of the y's. So that's my first step. Again, you don't need to put the 1 on here. This is sort of that way you can see, as I'm doing the steps, you can see which step goes to what. And remember too, if you ever need the actual video of this without the Edpuzzle, please let me know. All right, then the next step. So we eliminated one of the variables. In this case, we eliminated y. So now we only have x. The next step here is we're going to solve for the remaining variable. In this case, it's x. So what I'm going to do is I have x and x. In this case, x plus x is 2x equals, then I have 6 and 2 here. Same thing, I'm going to add them up. 6 plus 2 is 8. Well, this equation just got a whole lot easier. We got rid of one of the variables. We got rid of both the equations. Now we just have one. So what we're going to do here is the opposite of multiply, which is divide. So out of this, I know that x equals 8 divided by 2 is 4. That's great. That's awesome. However, with a systems of equations, we're always going to have two answers. We're going to have an x answer and a y, x equals answer, which we have, and a y equals answer, which we're going to find out. So this is our second step here. And then let's look at the third step. Here what we're going to do is we're going to solve for the other variable. So in this case, we solved for x here. Now we're going to solve for y here. Now if we were to get rid of the x first, we'd have it in the opposite order. We'd solve for y, then x. So in order to solve for the other variable here, we need to know that x equals 4. So I'm going to rewrite one of the two equations. Doesn't matter which one. Let's use the first one. So I'm going to rewrite x plus y equals 6. Again, that's only this one that I'm doing. I'm not going to, excuse me, I'm sorry, the hiccups. I'm not going to rewrite the other equation. So if x plus y equals 6, well, I know what x is. X is 4. All right, now I see a plus. So in order to solve this, I need to subtract. So we know x equals 4, and y here, well, 6 minus 4 is 2. Then I'm going to box in my answer here. That's it. That's all we are doing. We eliminate the variable, or we eliminate one of the variables. We solve for what's left, and then we solve for what we got rid of. That's it. So for these two examples, we're going to do the first one together. We're going to follow the steps. I'm going to ask you the questions around that puzzle. The second equation rather, I want you guys to solve on your own. Again, if you need help with that, please let me know. So again, we're going to do our first step here. Again, we're going to look for the plus minus that I had here. Plus minus here looks like it's a y. Again, we may not always have to eliminate the y's, but here it kind of works out. So we have x plus x. So then we're going to do the second step. X plus x is 2x. We got rid of the y's. 15 plus 1 is 16. Divide both sides by 2. X equals 8. I'm going to write this off to the side because I know I'm going to need the two of them back together at the end. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and find y. I'm going to make this a different color. In this case, let's use this. Well, no, let's use the first one because we want the plus y there. Doesn't really matter which equation you pick. I always like going for as many positives as I can. So x plus y was 15. Again, I'm just taking this from right here. We know x is 8. I see a plus 8 here, so a minus 8 here, and here we're going to subtract. 15 minus 8 is 7. So we're going to have y equals 7. Box in the answers. We are good to go. And again, for number 2, I would like you guys to try this one on your own. Remember the 3 steps from here. And if you do need help, please let me know. I am here to help.